guys, and welcome to my podcast. Thank you for listening. And today I'm going to be talking about words. So, the importance of words and how what we say or what we speak can actually form the type of life that we live. So, personally, I'm very big on words, like what people say matters. I wouldn't say it matters to me, but what people say, I tend to pay attention to what people say and not just what they say. Like the undertone of, I tend to read meanings to what is said and things like that. And then I found that to be a lot of times helpful. So, but I'm not going in that direction today. I'm actually going in the direction of what we say. Of course, what we think becomes what we say, and then what we say becomes what we do. But in times like this, where the world is experiencing a lot of down times, the world is experiencing a lot of, should I say, negativity, it's important that we're conscious of what we say. For example, there's something that I noticed that people tend to do very often, and I'm like, I don't think it's right. So somebody dies, I'm not praying for anybody to die. I don't pray for people to die, but maybe there's a particular popular person or influential person that dies, and maybe it's just a death that didn't actually just make sense. You get, and people start saying, "Oh, it could have been me. It could have been me." Or this life no balance, or this life and death can come at any time, and things like that. While I get that they are probably still in shock, or still the pain of losing a loved one, or somebody you know, or somebody you met maybe some minutes ago, some hours ago, and things like that, the devil actually doesn't really care. Because sometimes the Bible tells us that we are not unaware of his schemings, we are not unaware of the activities of the devil. We should be conscious of what we say in times like that, because those words, well, with our words, we give permission to what we want to see on earth and what we don't want to see on earth. So I just thought I should briefly share that with you. Be conscious of what you speak. Make sure that what you are speaking, the Bible tells us that we should make sure that our words are filled with grace, seasoned with salt, that they produce edification to the hearers. So make sure that the words that you are speaking are words that are faith-filled, words that are graceful, not words that put people down, not words that sort of like betray the life that God has given to you. That is the life of Christ that you've received. Let us not speak words that seem to say that particular things are not possible, or maybe you don't believe in miracles, or like you don't have a father, because God is your father. So I thought to say that quickly, and so let's make a conscious. So there's this part in the book of Proverbs that says, I think I like it in the Message version. It says, "Word kills, word makes alive. You decide what you want those words to do." So that's Proverbs chapter 4. I'm not sure if it is verse 17 or 24 now. But you can check either one of it. So basically, there's power in your tongue. There's power in what you say. What you said yesterday would shape the type of future, would shape your tomorrow. Basically, this is not a motivational talk. It's just something to help you maximize the life that God has given to you. Maximize the potentials you have, because even angels thrive on words. So when God has promised you something, make sure that you are confessing that word. Oh yeah, thankful. Thank God I've received this. Thank God I have my healing. Thank God God's protection is sure upon my life. Thank God, and thank God I'm always yielding to the leading of the Spirit, so I wouldn't go where there's danger. I wouldn't I'm protected from evil, I'm protected from wicked and unreasonable men, and things like that. Let's make sure that the words that we speak actually portray our thoughts, which are things that are good, things that are honest, things that are good report, things that are of virtue, that are filled with virtue, and all of that according to what we have in the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse, I'm mixing up my verses now. I think it's verse 6. Yes, that's where it says rejoice and not rejoice. And then I think it's verse 6 or 8. But I'm sure you get the point of what I'm trying to say. So thank you for listening to my podcast today. I hope that this has blessed you. Please, I like feedback. I would love to hear from you. Please send me email. My email address is D for Dara at iamoluwadara.com. That is iamoluwadar.com. I would really love to hear from you. If you have questions, my podcast is about life generally, about the Christian faith, because I am a Christian, and that is what I believe. It forms like a lot of things about me. So life generally, the Christian faith. If you have questions surrounding events, I'm also an event planner in Lagos, Nigeria. Feel free to ask me questions, and then maybe relationship questions. I think they'll fall under the category of general things. So I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Remember to share the podcast with your friends or people you feel like, this would actually help them. So don't be discouraged, be encouraged, because your Father is a good Father. Your Father God is a good Father. He cares about you. He loves you unconditionally, and before a need arises, He has made provision. So do not spare, do not be depressed, do not be anxious, do not be afraid, because your Father's got you.